So what'd you do? You gotta bring a can of, like, bear mace to school. I think that's allowed.
Pocket sand.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to ReddX. Trace amounts of science. Promise swearsies, it's just a fact. I thought we'd get in here and wrap up that Memento saga, the Snorlax thing that I was doing, which the thumbnails have not performed as well as I'd hoped. But, oh well, I do want to finish the story out because it's quite good. A hidden gem, if you will. So I hope that you guys will enjoy it. Thanks so much for joining me. Let's go ahead and get on into this thing. Memento Part 8. Hey guys, I resolved to post this a bit sooner, so now that I'm off work, here's Part 8. Okay, up top, OP. Thank you for finishing your story, for real. Characters, I guess we could read them again. TC is short for trauma case. Yeah. We don't have to read them again. God damn it. So many of them. Ranger is his brother, if you don't remember. Redhead's the girlfriend. Copper is an old war buddy of my dad's. Dad is a Vietnam vet, 70, but still a huge badass. AD, the Legbeard in question. So after a lot of convincing, my dad decided that we should go after Snorlax Legbeard for harassment, or at least try to get a restraining order. He called Copper, who owed him a favor, and had him look into it personally. The local police department doesn't see a lot of action, so they took it pretty seriously. Copper showed up with a young-looking officer to take my statement. I told them everything, not sparing a single detail. It took me a while. I was really nervous, and my focus gets way worse when I'm nervous. Yeah, pair that with the brain damage. Good luck. They're gonna tear it apart in court. That defense attorney is gonna come after you like a hurricane. It's gonna be terrible, but probably mostly for him. Although, I guess lawyers are allowed to be terrible in court for some reason. So yeah, Copper was understandably very pissed. He looked into it and probably spent more time than he should have looking into it. He said that we shouldn't go to the police just yet. Wait, I thought he was the police. What the fuck? I thought he was a member of the department. I guess he is, but just not, like, publicly reporting it? I'm a little confused. It's fine. She's harassing my son! She tried to fucking take advantage of my son! My dad was understandably upset. I'm not saying you don't have a case. I'm just saying, be patient. Sounds like she's gonna mess up soon. From what I've seen, you don't have the grounds for a restraining order at the moment. Yeah, I mean, we're right on the cusp. What does it take exactly? Can we elucidate on that? Copper cautioned us to collect evidence because if she threatened bodily harm or broke in or showed up at the house again, then we would be able to press charges. Okay, but what if she doesn't come with a boombox next time? What if she comes with a big butcher knife and she doesn't knock on my window, she just climbs up and crawls inside, breaks it open, stabs me to death in my sleep? You don't know. You just don't know. Maybe you should take it more seriously.
Girlfriend. I will be your girlfriend. I will be your girlfriend. I will be your girlfriend.
The mood in the house was noticeably less cheerful after we got that news, but my dad laid down some very strict rules about contact from Legbeard. He said I needed to screenshot every single text that she sends me and to not respond with anything. If we see her in public, we were to ignore her unless she engages directly. My friends or my brother were to stay with me whenever I went out in public. One of my brothers was in rehab when this was happening, but Ranger had just gotten home and was very eager to make up for the time that he was gone. This was a disheartening day, but we had a plan. Yeah, if she walks up to us, just do knife hands and chop her in the neck. Bam! And Legbeard did show up again as I was introducing Ranger to Redhead. We were spending a day in the mall, Ranger talking about some of the cool things he saw overseas, and me being overjoyed to get my brother back. Cool things? I guess there are some cool things, yeah. Human beings being blown apart? Awesome. It does inspire awe, does it not? Life is so fragile. Jesus Christ. We're all spinning through a rock in space. Somebody help me. All this was made even better by the fact that he was here meeting my insanely awesome girlfriend. The day got a bit rougher when Ranger noticed a boulder-shaped object following us a ways back in the crowd. She's so sneaky. She noticed us staring and acted like she was just looking into a store window. She was desperately trying to avoid eye contact with us while also trying to strike a sexy pose. It's easy to look sexy when you're aloof, you know? I just want to be disinterested. And then people are like, oh, that's intriguing to me. It's a good way to go. She had a hand on her hip and had her lips pursed comically far out. Fucking duck face. Just duck face at some poor mannequin. That's her, I said. I figured. God damn it. Redhead had her hands clenched into tight fists. I know what Dad said, but I think this counts as interacting. Ranger, no, just... I'm not gonna ignore her, OP. Please, this was a good day. If she talks to us, she's fucking dead, Ranger said. Get in line, Redhead said. Oh, she's going to talk to... we already know where this is going. She can't help herself. So, Legbeard started following us again, making what looked like really obvious ninja dodges from different hiding places. Bro, that is so... what the fuck are you doing? Are you on the same planet as like any of the rest of us? Holy God. Ninja dodges? She was raised by anime. She's a hopeless case, man. Holy crap. God, I never thought I'd miss my sidearm. Ranger lamented quietly. That would solve this. Easy, bro, I replied, and we stopped at the food court. We insisted on paying for food, despite two different people trying to pay for us because my brother was in uniform. Bro, accept. Everybody feels good about that shit. I got a free meal and you fed a soldier, right? It's sick. You buy me shit if you see me out, that's fine. I'll be in uniform too, it's more of a lab coat. Circled ReddX on the shoulder. Never mind, it's fine. You don't have to. Legbeard scoffed loudly, muttering something about me being the real hero. And that got me pissed off, because if there's anybody that I respect, it's my brother. Ranger was about ready to explode. Red was trying to keep both of us calm. We left after that, deciding to stick to my dad's plan to just not engage her. Yeah, usually Dad's plan is a pretty good plan. I might be biased as a dad myself, but I would at least try it out, you know? There's wiseness there. I know you guys were playing that we got her arrested or got a restraining order, but this ain't the finale yet. We're creeping up on it, but we're just not there quite yet. We really started getting aggressive with how we dealt with Legbeard because she wasn't getting the message when we were being civil. The next few chapters get way more confrontational as we build toward the finale. Next up, Legbeard shows up at my school! Edit, sorry this is so short. This was honestly a part I wasn't really looking forward to writing about. It was just that disappointing. Around this time, my dad called Copper. I thought we were actually done with Legbeard for good, but to find out that we didn't have a case yet was just crushing. I mean, she can't help herself. You'll have a case. You give it some time, and it'll boil over at some point. It'll be neat. It'll be neat. Sometimes it's fun to watch. I'll wait on Gubbin's responses, because, yeah, not a whole lot of nothing happened. She followed him around and was a little cringe at the mall. So we'll get into the next part and see what happens over there. Memento Part 9. Goodness, it goes so quickly, doesn't it? So a quick update on what's going on with me. Apparently my phone's been bugged this entire time. Bro, what the fuck? Somebody like ran sub 7 through AIM or something like that. On the advice of user Walk the Moons, I took my phone in to a tech-savvy buddy of Rangers, and he found a GPS tracker and a keylogger and something that, according to this dude, would have allowed her to look through my fucking camera. Oh yeah, that's deeply concerning. Did she have access to your phone? Like, I have a lot of questions about this. I guess she just, yeah, while he set his phone down or something. Already we've learned not to trust her. How the fuck did she get this far? Is she an elite hacker? She broke through your firewall?
Hey guys, I'm Hackerman.
I doubt it. I reset my phone to factory settings and have a piece of tape securely over both camera lenses. Big brain, CIA guys ain't watching me no more. They could hear all the weird shit I say, though. I'm freaking the fuck out. The group is reassembling as we speak. Kahuna and Tiny are driving up from the state school they're both at. Bro, Red, Thor, and Coffee Bro are here. I'm really nervous to tell Ranger, because he really actually might kill her. I would really appreciate some advice about what to do here. Writing is helping me focus on something else, so I'm gonna go ahead with posting the chapter that I was going to post anyway. So this is like a glimpse into the future, like past the finale, is that she's fucking stalking you through your phone. Wow. Only the government's allowed to do that. Characters, yep, OP, Legbeard, Brick, you remember him probably, Bro, Red, Thor, Flo. Yeah, OP's got a thing for Flo. But you know, what guys say, Flo seems like a pretty cool guy. More people want to be around him. Closer and closer. So, after a few weeks of struggling through placement testing, I started at the local community college. Day one, I'm going around with Bro and Thor, trying to familiarize myself with the campus. I would be going to classes without Bro or any of my friends who go to the school, but I would be meeting them afterwards as our schedules synced up pretty well. Well, ain't that a coinky-dink? We were walking toward the dining hall. This is fucking scary, I said. Of course, you can actually say that, Bro laughed. I'm getting better, asshole, I said, and it was true. My recovery was getting better. I could talk in semi-complete sentences. I was still struggling pretty hard to find words, but people were pretty patient, and I started putting a lot more thought into what I was planning on saying first. Yeah, that's important. My 7-year-old doesn't do that at all. He starts the sentence, he feels like he should say something, starts the sentence, and just rambles off into nothing.
You could do so.
I'm like, bro, put the whole thought together, buddy, and then you tell me, okay? We're gonna pick up the map so you don't get lost, Thor said. We met with Redhead and Brick on our way back in. She was checking in on me almost immediately to see how I was doing. When's your first class? Brick asked me. I had a writing class in the afternoon as the first class of the day, and I told him so. We had a really good time hanging out and talking shit about our schedules. Redhead was taking exactly one class. She was taking a gap year, so she was doing PE to spend some time with me on campus. I was feeling good, despite the map giving me a bit of a headache. But, like a bad dream, there she was again. Fuck, I said. What? Oh shit, Redhead said upon noticing Legbeard bullying her way through the crowd towards us. Yeah, just a big boulder lady knocking people out of the way. It's crazy. I don't understand why she's so determined. It's not gonna go well. Okay, that's fine. Just give me the restraining order. That's fine. Opie, hey! What are you doing here? I said. You talk a lot better now, she said. Seriously, you need to back the fuck off, Bro said. At this point, I noticed that all of my friends were standing again, ready for a confrontation. I mean, she's big, but it's probably not gonna take all ya. Just knock her on the chin, she'll go down. Like a sack of potatoes. Really big sack of potatoes. This is public property. I'm doing absolutely nothing wrong, fuckface, she said smugly. Please leave, I said. I like OP. Calm and measured. Just like, hey man, we don't have to do this. I know you're probably going to, but we don't have to if you don't want to. After a certain point, you've made the choice for me. You understand. You don't have to be afraid anymore, OP. I know that your friends are here to make sure they can keep controlling you, she said sincerely. The way she talked to me like I was a child still makes my skin crawl. Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here. I can keep you safe, I held up my hand, stopping her speech. She looked as confused as if I had confronted her with a healthy meal. What are we supposed to do with this? Eat it? I threw it on the ground. You can't buy me, hot dog man. Let me finish. With my friends and my girlfriend. I wrapped an arm around Redhead to prove my point. You'll come to your senses eventually. A lot of studies say that victims of abuse sometimes sympathize with their captors. I'm here for you when you decide to leave, she said condescendingly. Redhead had a smug smile on her face. Yeah, this fight is already done. Nobody's fighting anymore except you. It's fucking ridiculous. Please, stop, okay? So, what classes are you taking, Legbeard? Well, I'm taking classes that actually challenge my considerable intelligence. I'm taking a history of what the fuck? We didn't hear the rest because we hustled away mid-sentence. A little rude, I know, but it felt so good. I've never tried that one, and now I really want to. It's like such a dick move, but I really want to do it. She found us again after classes, but she kept her distance. She had apparently made a friend because when we saw her again, she was talking very intently with another Legbeard and pointing in our direction. At this point, our friend Flo joined us, dressed in his customary snowboard/hiking garb. What the fuck is that? He's got a snowboard on his hiking boots, fucking cargo shorts over his snow pants. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. What's one thing that those two sports have in common? Sunglasses, I guess. You need to protect your eyes from the sun. That's snowboard/hiking garb, everybody. If you're wearing sunglasses. What are we staring at, guys? Flo said. Great. There's two of them now, Thor said grimly. We were actually so engrossed in the spectacle before us that we didn't notice Flo briefly. Dude! We noticed him and greeted him excitedly. We explained everything to him and he just grunted. Flo is a hard man to read sometimes. Stoic. Nice. He made a point of leaving the building. Legbeard and her friend followed us. I'm gonna rip her fucking head off, Redhead said. I can't see you if you're in prison, I said, smiling. She glanced at me and her shoulders noticeably untensed. You're lucky you're so cute, she laughed. Yeah, your cute face and your big dumb mushed up brain, huh? A chorus of kissing noises and mocking awes erupted from my friends. Good. At least they're keeping you on track. Legbeard and her new friend followed us to the school parking lot. They were so engrossed in following us that when we took a sharp turn at the raised edge of the parking lot toward our cars in an attempt to shake them, Legbeard actually put her foot through a bush before realizing that she was about to walk off the edge. And if she falls off that edge, like, that's a lot of weight coming down on that ankle, you know? Crunched bone situation. We're gonna have to take her to the glue factory. Watch your step, Brick smirked before getting into his car. We piled into our respective cars. I was riding with Redhead, and we met in the parking lot of a gas station about a mile from the school to figure out when we were hanging out afterwards. Yes, we had to meet in a sketchy public place, like the end of a fucking heist movie, to avoid being bothered by my psychopathic stalker. We had an amazing night, despite finding out that Legbeard was going to be going to school with us. I stayed up way later than I should have, rehearsing the sentence. Redhead, do you want to go to dinner with me tonight? Over and over until I could get it down without stuttering or not knowing the words. You could do a silly voice. Sometimes that helps. The next day I got Bro to give me a ride to Red's apartment with one of those fancy edible arrangements, a running joke with us. She came to the door and I took a deep breath and said, Red, do you want to get dinner with me tonight? And she burst into tears and agreed. I cried, she cried, Bro whooped and screamed like a maniac from his car. Oh my god, way to third wheel. Fucking thanks a lot, buddy. Edible arrangements also fucking gross. If you don't eat that entire thing within the first day, then you're left with just slimy cantaloupe on a stick. Ugh. Please. At least flowers die with some fucking dignity, you know? Edible arrangements are trash. Don't bring me that ever! Although, it is kind of cool to see him, you know, cut up the fucking mango into a flower or whatever, but I don't want to eat it afterwards. I know it's been sitting out there all day. I prefer my mango freshly peeled. Thank you. Anyway, it was a good way to start my college career. I was happy to say that our first actual coffee date, fancy dinner, walking this really awesome trail, nighttime lacrosse, and cough alone time was 100% Legbeard free. I turned my phone off and we didn't see her anywhere we went. Thanks for hanging out with me this far, guys. I promise you we're closing in on the end here. Next up, Legbeard tries to guilt me. This one's mostly texts. Well, I like that. Then I get to do a voice. A silly voice. That's important, isn't it? As far as, the romantic subplot, I could probably do without all that. I'll tell you right now, I don't give a shit about your date, alright? Once the relationship gets too idyllic, you know, once we start yakking about it too much, it's like, I get it. Alright? It's nice that you like this other person, but are you still with them a decade down the road? I don't know. Would you have the same thoughts and feelings now as you did then? And if not, then yeah, maybe write a Legbeard story about it. We've seen that so many fucking times. People are like, I dated this guy for 9 years and I hate him now. So I'm gonna write a story about, okay, good for you. Sometimes they are actually good. Sometimes they're really fucking petty and horrible. Whatever. Legbeard is petty and horrible and, yeah, unstoppable. Most importantly of all. How do you stop that which has such mass? Can I ask you, little scientists? Gubbins will give me an answer.
How do you stop that which has such mass? Simple. You don't. You just declare a new postal code, build a fence, and start paying rent under its gravitational influence. Gubbins.
Oh no, they ain't gonna fucking get me, I'll tell you that. I'm not getting landlorded by this literal land whale. That's ridiculous. Dark Gubbins, you go.
It is not merely mass we battle. It is density. A force where romance arcs collapse under their own weight, crushed into singularities of cringe. The more you struggle, the deeper you spiral into his 400-page fanfic about asking Red to dinner. Dark Gubbins.
Not Red me. I'd never go to dinner with fucking OP. You got a cute face, but your brain's all mushed up. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the romance subplot either. I'll be honest. Is there going to be more of it? Probably. You fucking betcha. But we're gonna grit our teeth, grin and bear it as we get into part number, whatever, 10? I think it's 10. Memento, part 10. See, I remembered real good. So a lot has happened since my last update. Everyone's still crashing at my house. We finally told Ranger. He came over with a few of my dad's guns. Again, yeah, that's a solution you could have. Probably not the best solution, but effective. Quick. Except for the lifetime in jail afterwards. Ah, well, blame PTSD. He can get out of it. He paid his dues. Fuck. That's so funny. Kind of it is, though. Having a heavily armed and very pissed off army ranger here is very reassuring. No contact from Legbeard yet. However, I am super paranoid of every movement outside of my apartment now. Also, my symptoms tend to get way worse when I'm under stress, so today has been pretty unpleasant. Blinding headaches all day. I couldn't remember how to get back to my apartment after work, and Redhead actually had to come and pick me up. Damn, that's fucked up. But, like, at least you do have a number 2. I can see why you're romanticizing about it, because, yeah, having a ride or die is really important.
We are your friends. You'll never be alone again.
It's real fucking important in this old world. So yeah, I usually take the bus home from work, but I just couldn't remember which one I was supposed to take. You just ask somebody, maybe. Maybe it's more complicated than that, I don't know. It really only went downhill from there, symptom-wise. The day ended on a high note, though. Spent more time with all my favorite people. I'm super exhausted, but you guys came for a story, and you're gonna get one, damn it! Sorry for bitching about my symptoms for a bit. I felt bad about posting this one so late. I mean, yeah, fucking life comes at you fast, you know? You got other shit to do, then get it done. And, we move forward amicably. Yeah, the whole cast list is up there. It's a bunch of people, okay? We met them all before, I think. So some of this story definitely takes on a more sinister air once you consider that my phone was bugged this entire time. So most of this story takes place over text, differing schedules, and my friends acting like the Secret Service really limited any in-person contact with Legbeard that I had at school. She'd zero in on us when we were getting food or meeting someplace, and my friends would just close ranks around me and rush me out of the building. Keep your head down, Mr. President! It's kinda good. They're so supportive. You do love to see it. My dad had abruptly reversed his ruling on texting Legbeard back, allowing us to go on the offensive as long as she texted me first. So we had a constant group message running as a strategy/hangout/fuck-around place. Sounds nice. I was hanging out with Red. We were in a park doing typical coupley things. Mostly she was talking, I was listening, and staring slack-jawed at my gorgeous girlfriend, as if she knew when the right time to ruin the moment was. Legbeard texted me. Legbeard shares some obscure article about maltreatment statistics. And the vast, female on male violence is vastly underreported, so you gotta extrapolate that even more. Legbeard says, there's a way out! I can help you! I don't know if it's really the savior complex, or it's just like she saw OP has muscles and a cute face and a mushed up brain. His brain's all mushed up in there! That's the last time I'll say it. Something rule of threes. OP tells her, look, I'm not being maltreated. And Legbeard says, it hurts me so much that you can't see it. At this point, Redhead and I were both huddled over my phone. I swapped over to the group message. OP, guys, she's texting me again. Bro, play it cool, bro. Brick, holy shit. We should just spam it with, dicks or something. OP, yeah, and give her grounds to sue us, because she would. Thor, just catalog everything, screenshot every text. Bro, who the fuck is F? What what are you talking about? There was no character that starts with F. Was there? I'll go back, I'll fucking look. I'll look all over again. Yeah, nothing. I got nothing, Captain. So yeah, Fran Drescher popped up in the group chat for just a minute. That's what happened. OP forgot to tell. He forgot to introduce us to Fran Drescher. How rude. Fran says, we'll be in there in a fucking instant if she shows, alright. The worst thing ever. I switch my focus back to the message with Legbeard. Legbeard, this song reminded me of you! And she sends a super sketchy MP3 link. See? Don't click that shit. That's how you got all mixed up in this, OP says, you need to leave me alone right now. Legbeard, I wish we were alone. I could gaze lovingly at my handsome prince's jaw. The jaw, huh? Bye-bye. The jaw is what really does it for you? I guess for chicks, yeah. Looks like you can grind up walnuts in there. That's why his face is so cute. And he doesn't have a mushed up brain. I can't help myself. Redhead started laughing, and I winked at her and thrust out my jaw. We ended up making out and forgot about the text for a bit. Legbeard certainly did not forget about us, however. I mean, why are we even still participating? Honestly, it's really sad at this point. I'm just gonna block your number, okay? I don't know. I don't know what else to do with you. Legbeard, you're with that whore, aren't you? I'm sorry, I just feel like you're the only guy who understands me. I have a lot of options, but I choose you because you're special. Yeah, just like Pikachu or something. You needed to be rescued from everyone who's taken advantage of you. I can't believe you still haven't responded. Maybe you're passed out somewhere. OP, you're worrying me. Fucking get a life, okay? I'm good. We're handling it. And they'd handle it a lot better if you fucked off for a while. Legbeard, I don't want you to hang out with those guys anymore. They're bad influences. I got tired of my phone buzzing, so I turned it off. Redhead and I had a really awesome evening together. We realized it was time to head home right as the light began to fade from the sky. Yeah, you blew each other under an orange sunset. It was fucking beautiful. I turned my phone back on, bracing for the storm of incoming texts, and Redhead's phone buzzed first. Mysterious number, but let's be real here, it's clearly Legbeard. Hope he doesn't love you! You can never come close to the one who truly holds his heart! Like we're not sitting here together discussing it. God, you must be so lonely, that's sad! But also fix yourself. Red got real pissed off about that. She had gotten a look into how Legbeard used to screw with my head, and she was pissed off by it. She took a picture of us kissing on her phone and sent it back to the mysterious number. Love it. Now I thought my phone was never going to stop buzzing. Where are you right now? Don't lie to me. She's not right for you. She's using you, you brain-dead moron. I love that. Finally, the mask starts to come off. Oh my goodness. Maybe she's not as nice and caring as she appears. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I could never stay mad at you. She could absolutely never compete with me in your heart. Ginger-haired wench. Ginger-haired wench. That's fun. She spent some time at Ren Fair, and yeah, Ren Fair people are always weird in their own way. Gotta love them, but yeah, we're all pretty weird in our own way. I'm sure you've experienced that throughout this episode, especially if you've made it this far. Check us out on Spotify or iTunes. I'd really appreciate that. Anyway, we got to the parking lot, and we were walking toward Red's car when Flo's truck, which is a pickup truck bigger than my house, careens into the parking lot so hard that it mounts the curb. My friends pile out of the cab as Thor and Bro jump out of the truck bed. Dude, what the hell are you guys doing here? Did she not text you guys? I mean, Red had got a text. Mine were slightly more crazy, I said. Dude, we all got texts warning us to stay away from you, Bro said. How in the fuck? I said. I don't know, man, but we figured something was up, Flo replied. I was so grateful I bought everyone food, and we hung out again after that, electing to spend the rest of the night together. Not in a gay way. Everyone had an amazing time that I'm sure Legbeard looked at longingly through my phone's camera. Creepy. Next up, my birthday, and the beginning of the end. Oh my god. I can't believe it. Are you gonna have a super special birthday? Are you a big special birthday boy? Are you, OP? How old are you, big birthday boy? Could you tell me? I'm just kidding. It's fine. We love a birthday. I'm sure she's gonna get into some fucking shenanigans. I think I'm just being an asshole. Rip on him for no reason. Why not? What really happened in the story? We got some text. That's it. Cool, nice, real fucking neato. We'll move into the next part. Hold off on the gubbinses for now. Memento, Part 11. We've come such a long way. Hey y'all, it's fucking done, finally. She's officially out of my life for good. I got a call from my supervisor at my job saying someone had shown up asking about me. Naturally, I was angry, because the description my manager gave matched Legbeard exactly. How did she look? I don't know, she's some big fat girl.
Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person?
Oh, yeah, we know who that is. My friends are all still here because I'm a little shaken about what happened after that. This was only a few hours ago, but we started talking about what we were gonna do. It was pitch black outside. It's kind of hot in the apartment with so many people in there, so we had the door cracked open a bit. Don't you fucking people have windows? There's a screen door that also has a heavy deadbolt on it outside of the actual door. Oh yeah, that's big brain time. Then you're still safe and secure. We're sitting around talking when I hear a round quietly sliding into a rifle laid across Ranger's lap. Shit's getting real fast. The fact that you could hear a rifle round being slid while everybody was talking, I guess, it's sort of a different pitch than everything else. Would the intruder trying to pit the lock please stop trying to break into this private residence? He said this loudly. He chambered the round and stood up. This is really real. At this point, I noticed the squat shape crouched just outside the screen door. I am going to be forced to shoot you if you do not back off. Right now, Ranger said. The screen door began rattling heavily. She was slamming herself against the fucking door. Slam! I fucking warned you, psycho! He shouldered the rifle. Slam! The door frame actually cracked. The screen door jarred open. Ranger pulled the trigger, blinding and deafening us for just an instant. Yeah, gunfire indoors, no protection at all. You all hear slightly less now, but at least we got to shoot that girl, who's clearly a psycho. Like, you are breaking into somebody's house. You realize that? You know this person in passing, so you think you can come to their home? No, I think you will get shot. Legbeard hit the floor fucking hard. Ranger glanced over his shoulder at us. Call 911. Ask for an ambulance and a squad car. He was scary calm. Again, this all happened about 2 hours ago, so I'm still super shaky now. Yeah, that's fucking real, man. But he did what he had to do. Hats off to Ranger. Like, who knows? She could have been with a knife out there or a gun of her own. Like, you really don't know. So good. Taking care of business! She is still alive. And in stable condition, apparently. The police asked us if we were going to press charges, and we said, absolutely! We're pressing charges for stalking and attempted assault. I'll update about this side of things if anything changes. I wrote this part out before shit went down today, so I'm going to go ahead and post it anyway. This is the finale, the part where I finally managed to tell her off a month ago, at least temporarily. Damn, that's like a hell of an update. Like, hey, before I write the story about this girl, actually we shot her. Oh. Well, that changes the context of it a little bit. It's sort of wild. Yeah, cool. Thanks for sharing. That is crazy, though. Yeah, OP, Legbeard, Redhead, Bro, Brick, Flo, Thor, Kahuna, Tiny. Everybody's making a big return for OP's happy birthday. We got a bounce house. Or a trailer with a stripper pole on it. Dude, it was in the Crackhead Craigslist video yesterday. Fucking blow your mind. That's what I'll say. Lady bursting out of a cake, forget about it. You only get to enjoy that like one time, essentially. That trailer's gonna be parked there all night. I read it out for $50. So yeah, continuing OP's story. When this happened, my friends were planning something pretty sweet for my birthday. They were gonna surprise me with a road trip to the beach. Bro and Brick had this very elaborate plan where they were gonna show up at my classroom with everyone in our group and Red with a sign that said, "Happy birthday, OP! This is a birthday you're never gonna forget! And also you're never gonna forget that you're the main fucking character of this Neckbeard story. Don't let anybody forget that ever in life. It's very important." Okay, OP. I get it. You think I'm jealous that you have a support system? That's how I know all of this is fiction. You know? Like, who are these people outside of OP? You remove OP from this situation and all of them cease to exist. I guess Brick's had the most lines. He's sort of a wise guy. Bro is, like, infinitely supportive. But they don't seem like actual people. But I'm glad they're holding up your fucking imaginary sign. Jesus, where did that come from? This part actually did happen. Oh, that's how we know it really happened, guys. Fucking gather around. And then everybody's gonna clap at the end. I know it. And this OP was Albert Einstein the whole time. Okay, for real. Let's see his face. Let's fucking do it for real. What my friends didn't plan on was Legbeard wanting to be a part of the surprise as well. Yeah, it's so unlike her to fucking integrate herself into everything. How would she be the antagonist on my birthday if she didn't come antagonize me on my birthday? Sorry, we gotta ramp it up again. I'll stay on track this time. I came out of my classroom and was immediately surrounded by friends. It was amazing for a split second, right before my moment of peace was destroyed by a screeching voice emanating from a separate hiding place. I had anticipated this happening. She always seemed to find us, and I figured she'd be in rare form today. So what'd you do? You gotta bring a can of, like, bear mace to school. I think that's allowed.
Pocket sand.
You can, like, hit her from 9 feet away. Bam! Legbeard stumbled out of a flower pot. She just absolutely murdered that poor plant. On this day, the gods blessed us, she said. Now, coming from one of my friends or Redhead, that would have been funny and flattering, but from her, it was just sad. I started to open my mouth to reply, and she shushed me. Don't talk, love. We're gonna make this day all about you. Yes, so don't say anything on this day all about you. What the fuck is wrong with you? Redhead had to be held back by Bro and Thor at this point. Brick just looked like he was trying to not start laughing. Come on, let's go adventure, handsome. She extended her hand, reaching for mine. No thanks, boulder wench. Not a fucking chance, OP says sharply. She looked at me like a dog hearing a dog whistle for the first time. I had jotted some things down so that I could stay focused. It's taken me a while to get to the point where I could tell you off coherently, so I'm gonna do it now. My friends will be supplying any words that I can't place right away. Sound good? She narrowed her beady eyes, taking a menacing step forward. I don't care either way. I'm just gonna start with the basics here. I made a big show of glancing at my notes. I thought that part was gonna be funny. Oh yeah. You've been a lot of things in this story, OP. I don't think funny's one of them, but I don't know. We punched it up. We did what we could. OP continues and says, I am not attracted to you in the slightest possible way. Don't read off their script, OP. I can help you, she pleaded. I wrote these. I handed Brick my notes, pissed off to the point where I was just gonna wing it. I am not being maltreated. My friends have been the most incredible influence in my life. More than I thought was possible for a group of people to help another person. I have an incredible girlfriend who's like the opposite of you in every single way. You are the human equivalent of automated telemarketing. You are... I glanced at Brick. Herpes. The human version of herpes, he supplied. Right. You are the human version of fucking herpes. You need help, Legbeard, like some serious goddamn help. You do nothing but mess with my head and make my life miserable. I want you to leave me and my friends and family alone forever. Or I will get you kicked out of therapy. And I swear to fucking God, if I go broke doing it, I will sue you for every last fucking damage that I can get. Oh, I love that, OP.
He'll be scrubbing toilets in Tijuana for pennies, and I'll be standing over him to get my cut.
For all the rest of the bullshit in the story, satisfactory final speech. Can we slow clap? Or is that sarcastic? Because I actually do mean it. I love that. She was shockingly quiet during all this. Kahuna and Bro were acting like rap battle hype men, whooping and shouting after everything I said.
What? Okay.
You don't mean that. I love you. The guys only want the sluts, and you're throwing away your soulmate. She started screaming at me. Legbeard, I'm giving you one chance. If you actually care about me, then you will leave me alone forever. I'm so fucking pissed right now because this is the most I've spoken at once in an entire year. Yeah, sometimes you gotta harness your rage, you know? You bottle it up, and then it explodes in somebody's face, and they're like, well, that was a surprise. I don't know how you're possibly surprised. I didn't give her a chance to respond. Instead, I gave Redhead a huge hug and kissed her. Yay! And then everybody clapped. We left the campus feeling triumphant. I should have known that it wasn't going to be for good when I realized that she wasn't crying and that she was staring after us. Yeah, more determined than ever. Thor said the look she gave us on that day still gives him nightmares. She's been practicing it in the mirror, like, to a weird degree. I condensed the finale into one post. She's officially out of my life for good. She's facing real jail time, or at least a hefty restraining order. Yeah, and she got shot. How's Ranger doing? I guess, yeah, what state are you in? It's probably fine. And if it's not, then it damn well fucking should be. I didn't choose my property over your life, you did. When you walked in here, an unknown. Probably wouldn't jump straight to the gun, though. You bear mace them first. If they start firing, then, I don't know, shoot them. OP says, I am so grateful for everyone who commented supporting me through this. You guys were awesome when it was just me sharing my experiences from a year ago. And you guys were even more awesome once I found out my phone was bugged. Yeah, that kicked it up a notch, you know, like Emerald does. Bam! I can honestly say there wasn't a single person on here that I had any issue talking to. Oh, you haven't met me. That's... You all really did feel like my friends. The people in my life are incredibly grateful to everyone on here as well. You guys gave me an outlet that I didn't have before. I'm exhausted writing all this and exhausted from what happened tonight, so if I don't respond to anyone's comments tonight, it's because I'm past the F out. I'm probably going to post these to r/fat people stories as well. This also gave me an idea for a concussion subreddit. It doesn't seem like there is one right now, and I think it has the potential to be a really awesome community. If anyone is interested in helping or participating in that, please shoot me a PM. Yeah, I think there was one, but, like, we just forgot that it existed. Anyway, stay awesome, r/NeckbeardStories. Edit. This is the internet. I fully expected a lot of people to not believe me. I'm not going to defend myself. Doesn't matter either way if you want to believe me or not. I think that's the way to go a lot of times. If you're even asking me the question, you've already made up your mind. It's fine. Ranger's in custody as of right now with no end in sight. I should have said that. I figured it would be assumed. Yeah, happy birthday to me. My brother went to jail. That's fucked up, man. What state are you in? Call Saul Goodman. Did you know you have rights? The Constitution says you do. I can't speak to anything regarding ballistics or what happened with Legbeard being shot. She was shot. I wasn't curious past that. I left the room to comfort my girlfriend and to prevent my neighbors from calling the police a second time. Really, that's it. The cops got my statement about what happened and left me alone. That was an excruciating process. Yeah, but Legbeard's still bouncing around? What is this? Edit 2, it's not exactly an active investigation. Oh my god, you did exactly what you said you weren't gonna do. I'm not gonna defend myself, believe it or not, and then you want to go on and fucking extrapolate all this shit. Like, I guess it's important, but at a certain point, take it or leave it, you know? That's what I say. It is good follow-up, but it sort of makes OP seem like even more like a psychopath because he really just didn't give a shit about his army brother, who he respects more than anything, shooting somebody and going to jail. It didn't bear mentioning in the story. You know what? I'm done with you now. Let's wrap it up. Also, thank you to Patreon patrons and YouTube members for supporting me through some difficult times. I know this episode was a little weird. I'm trying to slide back into it, but I hope that you enjoyed it in some capacity. I really just let it all hang out, you know? Fuck it. It's the only thing that's separating me from the robots at this point. AI voiceovers everywhere, Jesus. Anyway, it's not an active investigation, says OP. My state has very straightforward self-defense laws, and we are all cooperating fully. I'll probably have an update in a week, probably longer, when the dust settles. Okay, so they finally let Ranger go. Shooting was determined just. Rifle is still confiscated, and the CO also wants to know what happened. And we're going ahead with pressing charges. We'll update about that in a separate post. Thanks again, everyone. You fucking rock. Seriously, I'm actually bummed out. I'm not going to be posting regularly anymore. Talking to you all was pretty awesome. Going to be doing my best to reply to everyone's comments now. Yeah, good luck with that, man. Sometimes you get a little lost in the sauce with the comments, but it is good, that feeling of support. I do understand that. People gathering around you and shit. It's the most amazing thing in the world. It's really the only thing that makes this planet worth living on, you know? Human connection. What if everybody else was gone? It was just you here? Sure, you could do whatever the fuck you want, but think of how many years that would be fun for. Probably forever, actually, come to think of it. I mean, except for, like, the nuclear meltdowns and shit. Like, I literally can't be in a million places at once to cool all the reactor rods. So some shit's gonna get pretty fucked up. I thought there was one more post, but we'll go see what's up with that before I get comments. Yeah, it's here. Memento Part 12. It's basically just OP fucking talking about himself, but we'll do it. It'd be fun to rip on it a little more, wouldn't it? Fine. Hey everyone, how have you guys been? This is really more of a letter than an actual story. Things have been insanely hectic recently, otherwise I would have updated a lot sooner. What the fuck? I guess he did say he was gonna make another post. But yeah, life is hectic, dude. I don't know what to tell you. We do the shit we gotta do. The Reddit notifications on my new phone don't work, unfortunately, but I'm gonna be doing my best to respond to everyone's comments and PMs today. Yeah, and today only. You fucking get it straight. We're big potatoes now. I only got today for you, and that's it. Then I'm moving on forever. So things are still being processed, but it absolutely looks like Legbeard is going away. We saw her parents finally, and they just looked normal. It was jarring because, well, I don't know what I expected, but normal was not it. Well, you didn't talk to them. Most people seem normal on the outside. Then you dig around in their brain for a bit. I'm like, oh, that's what you're all about. Gross. Her parents paid for a real good lawyer who's trying to get her sentence to be served out in a residential psychiatric care facility. Personally, I'm totally for that. She needs help, and as long as she's kept away from us while she's getting it, I'm totally fine. Ranger was officially reprimanded by the army, but nothing more. The shooting was found to be justified. I found out later that really the only reason there was any doubt is that Ranger had some negative history with the police in high school prior to enlisting. I was a little kid at the time, but apparently there were assault charges. Yeah, now he has a gun. Now it's assault with a deadly weapon. It's going a bad way, I guess. What do you do just like taking your rifle home? I never got to take a sidearm home. They only gave you a pistol, you know, in watch on the Navy or whatever. But you never got to fucking take it with you. You clear it and you give it to the next guy. What the fuck? Okay, sure, whatever. Slap on the wrist for bringing your fucking rifle home. Hate it. Also, we might be going to visit my other brother in rehab soon. I haven't seen him in like forever, so I'm really excited about that. My job's going really well. I took some time off to be with people I care about, but went back to work on Sunday. I'm a barista at Starbucks. That was the new job I was excited about. Bro, fucking good for you. I'm super proud that you're moving forward in your life and things are going well. We don't need the fucking post though. I guess this is the epilogue, you know, where did everybody end up? But I'm not invested enough in any of you to care. You understand that? I'm frustrated. Like, it had high notes, you know, there were good parts of the story. Did it need to go on for 12 parts? I think not. We're just masturbatory after a certain point, aren't we? Definitely. That's where he gets the whipped cream from. Don't drink the frappuccinos.
Elliot Roger here, enjoying a nice vanilla latte.
The learning curve has been super rough because of my processing issues, but I found out we have sticky notes, so I just started writing absolutely everything down. I'm sure your coworkers love that. Fucking thing fell in my drink. My manager's also been super understanding and awesome. Therapy's always a bit of a slog. I'm determined to drive before the end of the year, though. That's my goal. We've been practicing a lot of job-related stuff so that I feel less like dead weight on my shifts. Honestly, I gotta give you props for that. At least you are trying to fucking step it up. I see where I'm deficient and would like to improve. Like, I can't come at you for that. I don't take back absolutely everything that I said, but like half of it, I guess. Whatever. Other news. Brick is going to start coaching high school lacrosse. He's super excited about it. Bro is planning on enlisting in the chair force next week. We're all pretty bummed that he's starting that process, but it's been awesome having him around. I'm sure he's going to do some great things, though. Yeah, launch a tomahawk missile into a wedding. Fuck. I finally told Redhead that I loved her. Aw. I wanted to make sure everything was perfect, but then I realized, why the hell wait if I'm feeling it, right? Yeah, why put any effort in? That would be stupid. Being with her is what was gonna make the moment perfect. She smacked me on the arm and said she'd been waiting for me to say it since I showed up at her door to actually ask her out. Yeah, see, now I did. That's the wrap-up they got. That's their big love story arc. The alumni from my class. Wow, even the alumni are getting a fucking epilogue. This is nice. We're going through the whole cast list. Let me tell you about my 6th grade teacher. She let me correct the spelling test. I don't think it was anything nefarious, actually. And the alumni from my class of the lacrosse team are all meeting up and having a big fancy dinner, followed by what Kahuna had been promising would be a crazy party. I'm just excited to see everyone again. Finally, I just want to thank everyone for the massive outpouring of support I've gotten. I mean, seriously, the PMs, the comments, everything. I'm absolutely not ashamed to admit that I teared up reading some of the things people have said. It's just amazing that you guys would care this much about a total stranger. I know, when you put yourself out there, it's sort of nuts. Then there's also, you know, the shitheads like me that try and crap on the nice thing that you wrote and whatnot. But don't you worry, it's only because I'm deficient on some level. No, it's not my zodiac sign. I think I really am just an asshole. I'm very grateful to you, r/LegbeardStories. I'm grateful to every single person, Jesus Christ, who took the time to read through all 12 posts. Yeah, fucking, you're welcome. Jerk yourself off and kill my retention right at the end there, why don't you? Fucking. I guess it's 12, counting this ridiculously sappy epilogue. And to take an interest in my life, it doesn't matter to me if you believe what I've written or not. I'm just grateful you took the time out of your day to read it. Thanks again, LegbeardStories. Hopefully I don't have anything worse posting again, but hopefully I can stick around and make other people feel just as welcome as you made me feel. Sorry this got so emotional, but this has been an awesome experience. If I could send all of you a Wald's Greatest Person shirt or something like that, yeah, if I could. You're not gonna finish that? Then you would, presumably? But he didn't say that he would. He's just like, damn, I wish that I could. I still wouldn't do it. But if I had the power, I'd put Fourth Wall out of business. Which is where, of course, ReddX Industries hosts all their merch. You should go and check that out as well. If you made it this far, you gotta be a fan. You gotta be like something of what we're doing, because this is a fucking mess. Big old soup sandwich right at the end. Shit in the punch bowl, you know? Half of what I said earlier that I took back, I'm taking half of that back. So now you're at 75%. Just fucking write that down, why don't you? Put on your little sticky note. Stick it on your Starbucks barista hat. You can look at it all fucking day. Why don't you just shut up and make me my $7 coffee? I hope you guys didn't mind me giving you guys general news in my life along with the conclusion to the story. We had the conclusion! Whatever. Again, notifications are a little messed up on my new phone, but I'm going to be doing my best to respond to people's comments throughout the day. Yeah, only today though. If you don't get in here today, it's over for you. I hope you guys have an amazing day. You certainly deserve it. Yes, I certainly do, don't I? Oh, how many things I fucking deserve. I'll tell you this, old son. Nobody deserves nothing in this goddamn world. How you feel, Gubbins?
Bro out here flexing like he's the main character in 12 simultaneous Hallmark movies, Starbucks arc, lacrosse alumni redemption, mysterious brother rehab subplot. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to digest the emotional whiplash from psych ward sentencing to fancy dinner with Kahuna. Gubbins can't keep up, mate. Gubbins dizzy.
Mate? You turned fucking British when you said Starbucks. Is that normal there? You definitely have a point, though. We glossed over the psych ward sentence. It's just like, yeah, I saw our parents. They were normal. Nothing to say. I'm not creative enough to fucking say anything about the parents.
Ah yes, a tale as sprawling as the void itself, yet delivers naught but humble brags and sticky note triumphs. Witness mortals 12 parts deep, and the beast dares to give us news updates. You promise chaos and carnage and instead hand us a Starbucks training diary and Kahuna's party RSVP. Dark Gubbins does not forgive. Dark Gubbins hungers for blood, not barista schedules.
Oh, come on, the barista scheduling was the most interesting part. Starbucks does have good benefits, I'll give you that. But yeah, they're also, a corporate soulless machine that will kill you and your family at the chance to make even like the slightest percentage of profit. So fuck off with all that, said the guy who uploads videos on Google, which is probably infinitely worse. You know what? Don't pay too much attention to that. I think Dark Gubbins said he was hungering for blood, so yeah, I'm just gonna go get a big cup of blood with the boys. And I'll see you at the next one. You can interact with me on social medias if you made it this far, only if you made it to the end of the video though. And always remember, friends, you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely do deserve it. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I shall see you in the next one, my cold black little heart. And until then, bye-bye.
何ばか